Had the Game Awards. Now it's time for the Trophy Awards, where tonight we are going to be celebrating all things PlayStation trophies. From the grindiest and most BS trophies to the hardest and most awesome trophies. There's even an award for the best trophy puns and trophy artwork. Tonight we are going to cover all aspects of trophy hunting. Plus, there's even a few special Viewers' Choice Awards. And tonight we're going to end the show crowning the best trophy of 2023. Man, that's a lot to get through. So we best roll the titles and get this show started. Okay, so to kick off tonight's show, our first award is for the easiest trophy of the year, whether it's a big AAA release or a cheap indie title. These trophies are so stupidly dumb and simple to unlock that you'll wonder why it was worthy of giving you a bronze, or even worse, a gold trophy in the first place. Thanks to an infinite EMP grenade glitch which allowed you to infinitely stun enemies, it made the Tactical Challenger trophy and Vanquish really, really easy. The Just Getting Started trophy in Max and the Curse of Brotherhood requires you to simply use your magic marker pen, so you'll get this right away. The Pail and Shovel trophy in Daymen 1994 is a really easy one that is awarded for just simply walking through the offices to begin the adventure, so it pops right away. Christmas Run's trophy list is stupidly easy, which is why the entire trophy list has been nominated for this category. And the winner for easiest trophy of the year is... Well, of course, it had to be Christmas Run and its entire trophy list, as this game includes really easy trophies like pressing X once, pressing circle once, pressing triangle once, pressing square once, and if you really want to challenge yourself, there's also trophies for pressing X twice, circle twice, or X and circle, or triangle and square, and so on. You get the idea. It's a really, really dumb trophy list for a really, really dumb game. Ugh, why did I play this? Next up, we have an award for the most grindy trophy of the year, which highlights the real time-wasting stinkers on a trophy list. You know, the ones that ask you to perform a simple task hundreds upon hundreds of times, usually for no other reason than just to unlock a simple trophy. Like the one for catching 1,000 fish in Shenmue 3. The Collector's Edition trophy in Hogwarts Legacy requires 100% completion, so you have to do everything in the game for this trophy, and that'll take you around 80 hours, so it's a big grind. The Thorn Cleaner trophy in Disney Dreamlight Valley requires you to pick up 3,000 thorns, but you can only do 10 a day, making it a massive grind. This trophy in Sonic Superstars requires you to kill so many enemies with Tails' attack, but it's a really awkward move to do, making it a hard grind. The Cage Match trophy in Star Wars Jedi Survivor requires you to get all of the bounties, and as this one was glitched, it turned into a bit of a grind. And the winner of the grindiest trophy of the year is... Now, I know what you're thinking, the Disney Dreamlight Valley's Thorn Collector trophy sounds like one massive grind, but for me, the bigger grind was the Collector's Edition trophy in Hogwarts Legacy for just doing everything in the game, because there was just so much to do and so much to explore and find, from all the quests that you had to complete, all the items you had to find from the boxes, all of the Merlin trials you had to do, all of the spells you had to get, and all of the villains and things you had to defeat. There was just a lot to do, and there was always the risk of it glitching, making this one a huge grind. Now we move on to the Worst Collectible Trophy of 2023 award, and this one for me is the worst type of trophy that you can have in a game. Collectibles are just usually pointless junk that is scattered around the game's levels or open world for you to find and pick up. However, some trophies make this much worse by adding hundreds upon hundreds of these things for you to gather, oftentimes with no way of tracking how many you've collected in-game. And you even have worse collectibles that are missable, so if you don't get them in the level that you played, you can't go back and get them again. And for me, that is just terrible. Please, devs, just get rid of collectibles. Nobody likes them. Repeating the same level over and over again in Avengers for the Treasure Trove trophy just to open some strong boxes was a really annoying collectible that I didn't enjoy getting. Grid Legends Content Tracker Redux trophy required you to own 100 cars and win a race in each of them, which was just stupid. Why? Another Sonic Superstars trophy, this time the Golden Enemy Hunter, which required you to find golden enemies in the levels and then complete the level without dying for it to count. The Merlin's Beard trophy requires you to beat all of the Merlin trials in Hogwarts Legacy, and I found this one an absolute chore because of how many there were. And the winner of the Worst Collectible Trophy of the Year is... The Gold Enemy trophy in Sonic Superstars was a real pain to unlock. This collectible was just really frustrating because in each of the game's levels there was a hidden gold enemy that you had to find and destroy, but the only problem was that in order for it to count, you had to actually defeat the enemy and then complete the level without dying, and a lot of these stages would be really long or have a really long and drawn out boss fight at the end of them, so doing all that without dying was a real pain, especially on some of the later stages, so it just made this simple collectible trophy really frustrating for this dumb requirement of not dying. This next award is for a trophy that honestly just feels like complete filler in a trophy list. You know, the last one that the devs needed to put in, but as they were all out of ideas at this point, they just chucked this random one in there and said that'll do. Yep, this award is for the most pointless trophy of 2023. Getting one knife kill in Siphon Filter 3 for the Knife to Meet You trophy is just utterly pointless and just feels like a missed opportunity of a trophy. The Mugshot trophy in Callisto Protocol is just for simply taking a photo in photo mode. What a dumb trophy to have, it's just pointless. The Sasahashi Showdown trophy in Fast and Furious Spy Races unlocks after just starting the race, so it just feels utterly pointless. The Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Vol 1 has a bunch of trophies for simply reading a book, and you don't even have to read it either, so it's just pointless. And the winner of the most pointless trophy of 2023 is... For me, the most pointless trophy of this year was the Knife to Meet You trophy in Siphon Filter 3 for simply killing someone with the knife once. Yep, using it once, and you know what? After doing that and getting the trophy, I never used the knife in the game again, and I was really flabbergasted how across the entire Siphon Filter series that they released the classics line for PlayStation Plus, that none of them had a trophy for using the taser, you know, Siphon Filter's most signature recognisable weapon. So instead we got this pointless one for using the knife once. Ugh, I just don't get it. Why did they do this? Okay, time for a bit more positivity with these awards. So next up we have an award for the best trophy artwork of 2023. So for many trophy hunters out there, the trophy artwork is just as important as the trophy itself unlocking, as people like to look at these nice trophy icons for their achievements when they scroll through their trophy list and look back at what they've earned. So here are my picks for the developers who go that extra mile to create some really nice artwork. And the award for best trophy artwork of 2023 goes to So, what makes a trophy awesome? Well, it could be the thing you did to unlock that trophy, or maybe the feeling after you've earned that trophy. Here, we're going to celebrate those awesome moments when unlocking a trophy. And this year, there were quite a few cool moments for me when I unlocked the various trophies in all of the games that I played. But here are the nominees for the most awesome trophy of 2023. Leaping out of your vehicle and hijacking an enemy's car in slow motion for the bullet time trophy in Pursuit Force was an awesome experience. It's one of the coolest things in the game. The Leave Us Alone trophy in Spider-Man 2 is a great moment. What you do before that trophy pops is amazing, but I don't really want to spoil it. Aliens Dark Descent's This Ain't No Picnic trophy was awesome. Getting through the game on Nightmare difficulty was an absolute blast, and it felt really good when I beat it. Resident Evil 4's Peerless Agent trophy is a similar one for beating it on Pro mode, and that was a massive experience. And the winner of the most awesome trophy of 2023 of course, it had to be Marvel's Spider-Man 2's Leave Us Alone trophy, because the series of events that lead up to this trophy unlocking once you beat the level is just amazing, and I just wasn't expecting it at all when playing this game. And I don't really want to say too much more about it because I'm aware this game's fairly new and there's probably a lot of players who haven't played this game yet, so I don't really want to spoil it. But yeah, once this trophy pops, you'll know exactly why I made it the most awesome trophy of the year, because yeah, Wow, what an awesome level. Okay, so next up we have an award for the most BS trophy of the year. These nominees are some of the most BS trophies that I unlocked this year. Trophies that I pretty much hated every minute of when I was going for them, and by the time that they finally unlocked, I was relieved that I would never have to suffer through that again. There are also trophies that I have ranted about quite a lot on that one BS PlayStation trophy, so you may already know what the nominees are going to be. The Gotta Catch Them All trophy in Rustler requires you to find 7 legendary horses, but the game doesn't tell you where they are or what they look like, which makes this a BS one. The Auto Drop trophy in Cyberpunk 2077 requires you to buy all of the vehicles. They cost way too much and you don't have enough money to do it, and they can be missable. The Talented trophy in Gotham Knights requires you to defeat so many of these enemies, yet I barely saw these in the game, making it hard to get them in the endgame. The Chalk It Up to Experience trophy in Aliens Dark Descent requires you to get 2 Marines with robot arms, yet this was an absolute pain because they kept dying all the time before I could take them back. And the winner of the most BS trophy of 2023 goes to... Hands down, the most BS trophy of the year was the Gotta Catch Them All trophy in Rustler, a medieval-styled GTA game. So for this trophy, you had to catch all of the legendary horses for this guy as part of a mission, but the problems were that he wouldn't really describe them that well. They had no fixed spawn points, and it was just RNG luck if they would spawn in the environment for you to catch them and take them back. Some of them as well didn't really match their vague description that the guy gave you, so it just made this one really hard because you could find a horse in 2 minutes, or it could be 2 hours before it appeared, and that for me was just BS, and I hated it. As well as being BS, trophies can also be really annoying to unlock. And this next award is for just that, an annoying trophy to try and earn that's a bit of a pain to unlock. Perhaps due to a slight grind or a tedious way of unlocking the trophy, or maybe it's just something that you'll have to do to really go out of your way in order to get the trophy that makes this annoying. Using the cloak for 2 minutes, when every time you press it, it only lasts 5 seconds and then you have to wait 10 seconds for it to recharge, was an absolute chore, especially when the levels are so short. LEGO's 2K Drive's Missile Trophy requires you to jump over missiles that your opponents shoot, yet the game barely focuses on races, and you'll barely get that happen in events anyway. The Aerial Takedown Artist in Sonic Superstars requires you to kill enemies using Tails' flying move, and this is another thing that you won't really do when playing, so it makes it a massive grind at the end. The Slap Some Beans trophy for winning this race seemed impossible until I realised the best way to do it is to go around in reverse and glitch it. And the winner for the most annoying trophy of 2023 is... The most annoying trophy that I unlocked this year, or tried to unlock this year, was the Missile trophy in LEGO 2K Drive, because the trophy pops after you evade 100 missiles that are shot at you by jumping over them, but it's something that you'll barely do in races because it's all RNG luck as to whether the computer opponents will shoot at you and if you'll be able to jump over it in time. And the game doesn't really focus much on races in the story mode, so you'll have to go online to try and do it, or hope that you've got 2 controllers to just boost it that way, but if you haven't, it's going to be a real pain to unlock this rather annoying trophy. So, along with some really cool artwork for the trophy, and the thrill of seeing that trophy unlock, another fun aspect of the trophy is the trophy names themselves, which are often puns and little jokes and references to other games or media. So this award is for a trophy that had the coolest name, or maybe the funniest trophy pun of 2023. And the winner of the best trophy name is... For me, I picked the Spilled Milk Trophy as the best trophy name of 2023, and this is a trophy from Hogwarts Legacy that requires you to use the Flipendo spell on these animals so many times in order to pop it. So basically you're just flipping cows in order to pop the trophy, and I thought it was kind of a clever name because obviously if you tip the cow upside down, maybe it's like showing that it's spilled milk. And I just thought it was a fun trophy, and it was a fun name for the trophy, which is why I picked it as the best trophy name of 2023. Now, I'm sure most of you trophy hunters out there have a game that you've platinumed that you regret even starting it. It might be because it was an absolute slog to get through, or maybe it was a game that just wasn't very good and you just played it for easy trophies. Whatever the case may be, here are the nominees for my most shameful trophy of 2023. Grinch Christmas Adventures is a full-priced platformer game that is absolutely terrible and doesn't even work in 2 players. The trophies are stupidly easy too. Wukong is a Crash Bandicoot style indie game that was kind of fun, but the trophies are really easy, bar one slightly tricky trophy. Fast and Furious Spy Racers is a really boring kiddie racer game that has some really easy trophies. The Christmas Run game has a bunch of easy trophies, and this is a shameful platinum for anyone to have on their trophy list. And the winner of the most shameful platinum of the year goes to... Despite Christmas Run being a much worse game, I feel that Grinch Christmas Adventures is the more shameful platinum, purely because this game is a full-priced retail game, whereas Christmas Run is blatantly a game for people who just want an easy platinum, whereas this one is a game that you've still got to put in a bit of work for, but it's a ridiculously stupid one, with trophies for just simply jumping, or double jumping for the first time, using a snowball move, or using Max the dog to help you get through something. It has one of the worst end levels in a game I've ever played, and it's just a generally terrible experience. Next up is the worst platinum of the year. Now, this award doesn't necessarily mean that the game was really bad, as other people may well have loved this game. However, when it comes to the trophy list for that game, the platinum journey may leave your opinion of the game rather soured by the time you've popped that platinum trophy. Trophies for me should add extra fun challenges to the games and make you want to try things that you didn't think were possible and get you to do some really fun tasks and challenges along the way. For me, a trophy list fails if it ends up making me hate the game that I'm playing, or long for it to be over way before I've even got all of the trophies. And these next games did that for me, which is why they are up for this award. This game was free with PlayStation Plus this year, and it's really, really basic. The trophies are really easy, bar one, and it's just not a very good, challenging platinum. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I just really didn't click with this game, and I didn't really like the trophies either, especially with some of them being glitched. God of War Ragnarok was also another game that just didn't click with me. It felt way too similar to the first game, and it was kind of like I was playing that one again, so it did kind of bore me with the trophies. Bunny Raiders is a terrible game that's free on the PlayStation Store, and you can play it in co-op, but it's just not very good at all. And the winner of the worst platinum of 2023 is... Surprisingly, Star Wars Jedi Survivor beats out Bunny Raiders as the worst platinum I got of 2023 because, well, this game just sucked. I don't know what it was, whether it was the story that just wasn't interesting to me or if it just felt too similar to the first game, but this one I just didn't really enjoy as much as the first one, and the trophies just really started to annoy me, especially when the trophies were glitched. There was a few collectible trophies that were glitched, so I had to constantly keep an eye on the tracker to see if it was counting properly, and then the cage match trophy was glitched as well, so it just made this platinum a chore, and I just didn't really enjoy it at all. Okay, next up we have an award for the best platinum of the year. So for me, a great platinum journey is one that adds to the experience of the game and challenges you in new ways and shows you things that you didn't really think were possible. For me, these next games did just that, offering fun and rewarding challenges, as well as a few surprises along the way. Resident Evil 4's trophy list was a great mixture of fun and challenging trophies that get you to play the game in various different ways. It was another classic Resident Evil trophy set, and I really enjoyed this one. Assassin's Creed Mirage was a return to the classic AC formula, and I really enjoyed this platinum journey because it was simple. It was simple and fun. Hogwarts Legacy was a fun platinum to get at the start, but it was a bit of a slog. Still, it was a really enjoyable game to play through, just maybe less collectibles next time. Spider-Man 2 was also another fun platinum, much like the first Spider-Man game. There was the story and then a few side mission trophies, as well as a bunch of collectible trophies to get. And the winner of the best platinum of 2023 goes to... For me, the best platinum of 2023 was the Resident Evil 4 Remake's Platinum Journey, as like the other classic Resident Evil games, it was a really fun and challenging trophy list. There was trophies for not using any healing items, there was the trophy that required you to play through on Pro Mode. That was a really challenging trophy that I didn't actually think I was going to get at one point. And then there was a load of other combat and story related trophies, and it was just really fun. I think there was even a speedrun trophy in there as well, and I just had a lot of fun with this, and it really pushed my skills with that pro mode run, and it was just fun playing through it multiple times. Next up, we have an award for the most glitched trophy of the year. So these are trophies that players just can't unlock because of a fault on the developer's part. Things like that are a trophy hunter's worst nightmare. So when a trophy is glitched, it just really completely and utterly breaks the platinum. And if the developers don't fix it, then no one's going to be able to obtain those trophies, ever. The Experience trophy in LEGO 2K Drive requires you to reach level 30, though if you level up to 30 during a race, this trophy won't unlock for you, and you'll have to do it all over again. The Archivist trophy in Aliens Dark Descent requires you to find all of the data pads. Only problem was, once you found them all, this trophy wouldn't pop. The Cage Match trophy in Star Wars Jedi Survivor was glitched, preventing you from speaking to this woman to get the bounty missions, leaving you without the possibility of getting them all and this trophy. Assassin's Creed Mirage Blade in the Crowd trophy requires you to get 10 kills whilst blended in, however this was really finicky to unlock and didn't really work for everybody. as the most glitched trophy of the year is... For me, the most glitched trophy of 2023 is the Experience Trophy in LEGO 2K Drive, because unlike all of the other glitched trophies of the year, this one is still not fixed, meaning that if you were to play this game and just level up to 30 during a race with the XP from a race, you wouldn't get this trophy and you wouldn't be able to unlock it, and you'd just be locked out of it unless you did a brand new playthrough of the game's story mode. And this game was released back in May and we're now in December and it's still not fixed, and that's just really inexcusable, and that is why the Experience Trophy in LEGO 2K Drive is the most glitched of the year. So next up we have a special Viewer's Choice Award, which viewers of my channel have been voting for over the past month. So this first one that we're going to do is for the viewers' favourite episode of that one BS PlayStation Trophy. And the winner of the Viewer's Choice Award for their favourite episode of that one BS PlayStation Trophy is the Sonic Frontiers episode.
So when going for the hearty and hyper Sonic Hedgehog trophies for leveling up the speed and rings to level 99, its max level, this becomes a tedious nightmare to unlock. You see, for some stupid reason, these are leveled up differently to the other two. You see, you level this up at the other hermit that you can find throughout the open world, but the problem here is that he will literally only do you one level at a time. So even if you had a million, say, Coco on you, enough to fully max out the speed and ring stats to level 99, you will still have to level up a chosen stat by one level each time. What the It doesn't sound like much, but when all you have left to do in the game for the platinum is to level up those stats to 99, and the game forces you to do it one by one, even though you have enough to get up to level 99, it becomes really annoying really fast.
So, as this award is kind of for me, I just wanted to say thank you very much for all of the support that I've got throughout the years, all the likes, comments, views and subscribers to my channel. I really appreciate all of your views, and to everyone who did vote in this poll on my community page, thank you very much for taking the time to write some really awesome comments. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you very much. See ya. Next up we have another almost booby prize awards to give out, and that is for the most unobtainable platinum trophy of the year. So this is a special recognition of a game that is still unobtainable after over a year of being out, and the trophies for this game were broken upon launch. There was at least 4 or 5 trophies that no one could just unlock at all, despite meeting the very easy requirements. And the game got about 1 patch after its release, but of course it didn't fix any of the trophies, and the developers have long since abandoned this game and seemingly just are never going to fix it. So nobody has the platinum trophy in this game, which is why this is the most unobtainable platinum trophy of 2023.
Cobra Kai 2 Dojo's Rising. This wasn't a very good game, but I was the first person in the world to platinum Cobra Kai 1, and I wanted to try and do it again with its sequel. Yet, unfortunately, I would never have gotten a chance to do it because there's about 4 or 5 trophies that are just unobtainable. They were always glitched from day one, even without the day 1 patch, and with the later patch, these trophies still never worked, so no one is able to get these trophies, and that is just ridiculous. Why was this allowed to release with broken trophies? I don't know, but yeah, this is an annoying stain on my list now.
Cobra Kai 2 Dojo's Rising. Next up we have another special Viewer's Choice Award, this time for the viewer's favourite platinum of 2023. And the winner of the Viewer's Choice Award for their favourite platinum journey of 2023 is... I just want to quickly shout out a few people who took the time to comment on some of my posts for these nominations. Arctic Squid 203, you left me an amazingly detailed message, so thank you very much. He nominated Quake, as well as the Turtles trophy video, and Shredder's Revenge, also Medieval, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I also want to shout out Andre for nominating Destroy All Humans, and User WS2YN for nominating Final Fantasy 16, and Karis for nominating Hogwarts Legacy. Next up, we have an award for the hardest trophy of 2023. Now, this award is only counting games that I have actually played, so there may be some other harder games that came out this year that just aren't on this list, but that is because these are my awards. This is my awards show, and these are the games that I've played and the ones that I have experience with. So these are some games and some trophies that really challenged me as a gamer and almost made me feel at times like I wouldn't be able to unlock them and that I was never going to unlock the Platinum Trophy afterwards. So here are my picks for the hardest trophy of 2023. The Trip's Courage Trophy required you to beat Trip's story in Sonic Superstars. This was basically a hard mode with a load of BS enemy placements and just a awful experience, especially that final boss. Aliens Dark Descent, This Ain't No Picnic, required you to beat the game on Nightmare difficulty, and this was a real challenge. I got stuck at multiple points throughout this game. It's a very tough game. Everybody's Golf hole-in-one trophy is really hard to get a hole-in-one in this game. I mean, even with the rewind feature, this will still take you a while to get it nailed down. Resident Evil 4's Gun Fanatic trophy requires you to play through Pro mode, or at least it did for the hand cannon, and that difficulty isn't a picnic. It will really test your skills. And the winner of the hardest trophy of 2023 is... The hardest trophy I got this year was by far the Gun Fanatic trophy in Resident Evil 4 Remake, because I unlocked it the hard way, because when I was playing this when it first came out, they hadn't patched in the Mercenaries mode to give you the ability to buy the hand cannon through that mode. So I had to play through Professional without using all of the special weapons, which just made it really tough. Even with the chicken hat to take a bit more damage or whatever it did, I was still dying left, right and centre, and I think by the time I finished this pro mode run for this weapon, I had made 200 saves. A tough trophy, but one that felt great when I popped it. Final award is for the best trophy of 2023. So for me, a great trophy, like I said earlier, is one that challenges you, pushes your gaming skills to the limits, and really makes you go on a journey in order to unlock it. And these next trophies did just that. There were times when I didn't think I was going to get them, because maybe they were quite challenging, and I just pushed through and eventually got them, and then that great feeling that they gave when I unlocked them was just brilliant. So here are my nominees for my personal favourite trophy of the year. Aliens Dark Descent, This Ain't No Picnic for beating the game on Nightmare. A challenging trophy that requires you to master the game and all of its systems. Resident Evil 4's Gun Fanatic trophy, requiring me to play through on Pro mode to get the hand cannon. Very challenging trophy, but really rewarding. Dead Space's Untouchable trophy for beating the game on Impossible mode. This was a great remake and a great trophy. Metal Gear Solid 2 Big Boss trophy for beating the game with a Big Boss rank, for not getting seen, not killing, only saving 8 times, as well as a bunch of other stats. And the winner of the Trophy of the Year 2023 is... For me, the Big Boss Trophy in Metal Gear Solid 2 was just amazing. It was a really tough playthrough to get the Big Boss rank, as you had to play it on extreme without getting seen, without killing anyone, and only saving 8 times, so it meant there was a lot of runs where I would spend 20 minutes only to get seen, where I had to restart again. But it was always my mistake and not some BS from the game, so it made this playthrough really fun, challenging and rewarding when I would finally get through bits and make it to my next save. I really enjoyed this run, even though there was a few crap bits with some bosses. It made me play the game in a different way and really challenged my skills as a gamer. Whew, well, we got through them all. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this alternate PlayStation Awards show. Trophies for me are just great. I love them in games. I love trying to get them, and that feeling you get when you unlock them is just great. So tonight I just wanted to honour a few of the highlights and lowlights of trophy hunting in 2023. So you might not agree with all of these winners, but let me know in the comments below what you thought of this show and the awards and winners of each prize, and let me know what you would have given instead to these awards. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and here's to a great trophy hunting journey in 2024. I'll see you next year.